Ladies and gentlemen, today, Kevin Durant and Stephen A have been beefing. They got a lot to talk about. The Nets are under fire. Wanda Durant's involved. Let's get into it, man.
To NBA Today. So the Nets, they're riding a 6-game losing streak. That's their longest in over 2 years. And it's in large part because of their defense. Brooklyn is a...
All right, let me chill, Mike. I know my girl. Love you, babe.
Allowing over 120 points per 100 possessions during this span. So that's the second worst mark in the NBA. And the Nets, they have struggled without Kevin Durant all season, who's missed the last 9 games with a sprained MCL. And Brooklyn is 24-12 when KD plays, but just 5-10 when he doesn't suit up. And when he doesn't play, the Nets are allowing 6.5 more points per game. So integrating Kyrie Irving on a part-time role, that's also been a little bit of an adjustment. He's been able to play in 10 out of 16 games since coming back on January 5th. And even though he's averaging almost 24 points per game, the Nets have won just 4 of those games. So back here with Chiney Ogwumike and Stephen A. Smith, we have spent so much time talking about the Nets this season, and they entered the year the betting favorites to win the title. And they actually still are the favorites to win the title, and that's with Kyrie Irving not being vaccinated and being on a part-time basis. That's with Kevin Durant and James Harden both missing time. But Chiney, should they still be considered the favorite?
They should not. Honestly, there's too many ifs, ands, or buts for them to be considered title favorites, because at this point, we have yet to really see them consistently being pieced together. Not saying that they can't win a championship, but I equate this to them walking a tightrope. It's a very, very tight rope. Like before, maybe it was a little thicker, but now it's like floss, okay? And when I look at the overall landscape of the NBA, and if this is who's going to win the NBA championship, I'm looking at the Suns. I'm looking potentially at the Warriors. I'm looking at those Eastern Conference standings where Giannis and the Bucks, they know what it feels like. They know what it takes to get back there. There's so many teams that have fewer question marks around them than the Nets, saying, hopefully KD's healthy. Hopefully James Harden, ups his scoring. Hopefully Kyrie is available. I know we love favorites when it comes to betting and the odds, and we love that amalgamation of talent at the top. This big three. I mean, remember when they came together, it was like setting and destroying all offensive records. I
just want to pause here because as a Lakers fan, that hope resonates with me. The group of Lakers fans that I despise the most are easily the optimistic ones, the ones that act like nothing is wrong, give it time, everything's gonna be okay. And I hate that shit. I'm not saying you have to be negative after every game. I'm not saying you can't celebrate a win, but this win is a win culture that's going on with the Lakers, acting like as long as we beat the Cavs by 2 points, yippee, we did it. Like, no, that wasn't the standard set for us. And the same thing with Brooklyn. Same thing with a lot of teams, but especially Brooklyn. This team being this bad right now, I understand Kevin Durant's not there, but the team is not playing good basketball in the slightest, and it's a concern. It just truly is.
I'm very surprised there's still the title favorites to that degree. Like it was a pretty big margin what we saw on the screen. Very surprised with the injuries, all the question marks with the teams, and even with just the performance we've seen, even when they were relatively healthy. I mean, the big three haven't played all together, but there just hasn't been much signs that they should be the finals favorites this season, aside from really the beginning of the season. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Have yet to see that consistently for me to say this team is a sure bet to win a championship.
I don't disagree with you, because I've got the Warriors winning the chip. The Suns, mad respect and love to them, and they could win it. I got 2 of my top 5 MVP candidates being from the Suns, for crying out loud. But
whoa.
Yeah, I tried to pause it first. Hello?
2 top 5?
2 of your 5?
Super team? What the fuck? 2 top 5? Yo, 2 top 5 MVP candidates?
2 top 5 MVP talents, being one of the deeper teams in the league, only having 9, 10, 11 losses, whatever the fuck they number 1.
They're on pace for 65. They're on pace for 65 wins or some shit.
Yeah, that's a super team at that point.
Yo, what?
Damn. Oh, is it Chris Paul? He's saying Chris Paul and D-Book? I saw him.
This can't be DeAndre. Come on.
Yeah, right. I'm probably not talking about DeAndre Ayton or Mikal Bridges. So Chris Paul, top 5 MVP. Yo, y'all gotta stop.
I'm surprised you didn't say D-Book at that last sentence. I'm more surprised with D-Book being up there.
Curry gonna continue to shoot the way he was shooting before Kevin Porter got on his nerves and he dropped 40? I mean, that's the Steph Curry I know and love. Klay Thompson, he's coming. Come playoff time, he'll be ready.
Until March.
Draymond Green, hasn't he been out the last several weeks? I think he'll be back. James Wiseman at some point is going to be there. And so when I look at that with Toscano Anderson and Gary Payton II and Jordan Poole and these boys. I'm like, no, I got the Warriors. Plus Wiggins, of course, can't forget the All-Star. Plus they play defense. But here's what I will say.
So do the Suns?
I can't shun those who have the Brooklyn Nets as favorites for one reason and one reason.
Why is that?
You can't stop them. When the three of them are on the floor together, you cannot stop them. Let's understand something.
They got to score.
Kyrie Irving is a superstar. And James Harden is having an off year in some people's eyes. He's averaging 22, 10, and 8. At some point in time, you know, again, as we get closer and closer to the playoffs, we know what time it is. And then you look at Kevin Durant, when healthy, arguably the best player on the planet in some people's eyes. To me, no debating at all.
No debating? What?
One, we gonna get to that. Two, well, no. Two, we gonna get to that. First things first, Kyrie Irving, man, you know, that's interesting coming from you, man. It's real interesting. Because I've heard a lot of soliloquies on how you're letting the Nets down. He's not there. His team might underachieve because he's not there and all that other shit. It's interesting that now they're still the favorite despite that. But, yo, and I'm going to get the elephant in the room for a lot of you guys. Best player, not close. Look, man, it's not 2018, 2017 no more, man. He wasn't even my best then. Ooh.
I'm about to say, even back then, it was never it's not close, it's KD. What?
Definitely not right now. Is he clearly the best? He's arguably not even top 3 right now.
Bron's still better. Hey, Bron's still better.
We are now getting screenshots saying that we're unathletic, never have played basketball a day in our life, and the dislike button has been pushed, but we can't see it. Roll the clip.
But look at Patty Mills and the contribution he's made. Look at Claxton,
oh my God,
Jones and these boys, and Brown. And I'm looking at these cats, and I'm like this. Even Blake Griffin, he could dunk again. I don't know if you noticed. He
told me that in
he's not in Detroit anymore. So suddenly he could dunk. Now that he's out of the most.
He harping
too
much, but that Detroit stuff
with
was
his 6'9" self. I'm just saying. I'm looking at the Brooklyn Nets, and I'm like, my God. You can't stop them, but the Warriors defend, and that's why to me the Warriors.
The only thing stopping them is availability,
and themselves, right? Because they haven't had that availability for the past 2 years. Zach Lowe said something interesting on the Lowe Post on his podcast recently, and he said that he thinks the Nets are at risk potentially of being the greatest theoretical team in NBA history. Because
they are
theoretically, on paper, everything you were saying was absolutely fantastic. But if it doesn't come to fruition this year, those rumblings, those murmurs about James Harden, and he did not sign that contract extension, he can still make the most money by staying in Brooklyn. If that comes to fruition, then it's all about what coulda, woulda, and shoulda. Because, Stephen A., you're right. Talent-wise, no one can stop them. But we have yet to see all of that talent all together for an extended period.
Can I say something more?
That's a good point. We got to stop ignoring the track history, especially with the players on this team, bro. We cannot keep on ignoring, but if everyone's healthy, bro. If I sign Anthony Davis, I am signing Anthony Davis knowing that he's an injury-prone player. You know what I'm saying? At some point, that's on you for taking on the risk of someone that you know gets injured a lot. Same thing when the Celtics signed Kyrie. I understand injuries in 2018, 2019, they had a little bit of injuries too. But when you sign Kyrie Irving, there is that risk of him being injury-prone, and the Nets are suffering through that exact same thing. We can't always be pulling this, but if they were healthy, though. Same thing with Chris Paul. You know, at some point, it's very unfortunate. Obviously, we want to see these matchups fully healthy. But if you get injured every single year, at some point, I have to look in the mirror and say, yo, maybe I shouldn't, I should have taken this into account. Maybe I should have. Nothing to say? No.
I mean, I do, but I just wanted, I thought that was strong for you to leave the last word on. I mean, shit. Benjamin spitting. Hey, fuck it, leave all that in. Fuck it. Leave all that in. Fuck it.
Well, both of y'all here in attendance, I've said this before, but I'm going to repeat it again. I said it months ago, but I'm dead serious about this.
Okay.
If these brothers do not win a championship, do you understand that Kevin Durant is on the verge for being recognized more so for the guy that left Steph Curry to go with Kyrie Irving than he is for the 2 chips and the 2 finals MVPs? I didn't say we'll forget him. I didn't say we'll diminish him because he's a champion. He's a 2-time champion.
Yo, look at. Yo, I got to run that back, bro. Look at. Man,
I love Queens. I love Queens. I love Queens.
Hey.
Oh my God. If there's one thing TSO Sage will be remembered for, is he love the Queens, and that's why, boy. It's you don't need to ask what she thinking. Maybe. I don't know. Oh no. Let me listen. Let me listen. 'Cause I don't know. That's a little shaky.
Finish him because he's a champion. He's a two-time champion, a two-time NBA Finals MVP. Listen, I'm saying headline. What he'll be known more for, what we'll be talking about. People go like this. I'll give you a first example. This is what Malika will do.
Okay.
He's a two-time champion. He's a two-time NBA Finals MVP. Can you believe he left Steph for Kyrie? See the difference?
I hear you, and obviously a championship would move that needle incredibly far, but I also think coming back the way he has and the way he did from his injury, it's hard to overlook that in this whole conversation about what
Nope, it's not. You know why? Because he's so phenomenal. Kevin Durant is so phenomenal.
What the fuck you mean?
Phenomenal.
conversation for
One of the greatest players ever.
I think that's it right there. Bam.
and that's it.
I think when we think of Kevin
Thank
Durant, no matter
you.
if he wins a
Thank
championship
you.
or not, we're going to say that as a 7-footer, he was the greatest scorer, the most gifted. And
Yeah.
now when it comes to teams, he chose to leave the Warriors.
Look at Queen number
Houston
2
is
going
talented,
crazy.
smart, especially if the Warriors don't win.
Injury,
All I'm
pandemic,
talking about is
complicated world
headlines,
scenarios,
narrative. I'm not talking about substance.
I'm not gonna lie. Ratio.
Before we get into our reaction, let's just give more context. So this clip played and it went on Twitter, okay? And I'm gonna put it on the screen right now. Essentially, there was more interaction between this clip and Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant got time right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He's not playing. So he's in Twitter KD mode. So this is the clip we just watched together. The quote is on the screen right there. Kevin Durant replies, egregious.
I like these out of him.
And then Wanda Durant, Kevin Durant's mom, replied, at Stephen A, you at it again with your limited thinking, negative narrative baiting comments. When will you show up better? More importantly, when will we grow tired of this foolishness? Stephen A then replies, yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Every time Wanda Durant specifically confronts Stephen A just shuts up. Like,
Yeah,
dang.
nah, I ain't gonna lie. W stature. I'm not gonna lie. Just immediately just whoa, my bad. Like, she asked you a question and you said yes, ma'am. Like, there was no demand. She said, when will you do better? Yes, ma'am. That's not even a valid response. I thought it was like he got hacked or something. But yeah, dude. I mean, this has gone on for a long time. And when you have her coming on the show, essentially shutting shit down, having them apologize on live television, while it's all fun for the clicks and stuff, the reality is, that really, like, that got pretty damn annoying for her mom to really fly out and do the show with the man to get him to apologize on live television. And this is not their first encounter. So the fact that this is going on again, and I was thinking while the clip was playing, I was like, yo, that's a really weird way to drag KD legacy down. Like,
very weird.
KD's legacy, in my opinion, if he comes up short, I'll be like, damn, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, failure, tough. I'm a simple man. But like, I don't go, man, you really left Steph Curry. He blew his knee out, and the whole time he whiffed Steph Curry, people saying whatever he does doesn't matter because he whiffed Steph Curry. What the fuck kind of lose-lose shit is that? You, sir, are the same motherfucker that said, he ruined basketball for me. I can't watch basketball no
It's
more.
the weakest superstar move in NBA history.
The weakest move in the And then you go to 2018, and you're like, can the Rockets get it done? No, because he still ruined basketball. They went to 7 games. They're still not going to get it done because at the end of the day, ruined basketball. Single-digit loss without Chris Paul. Still unfair, still weak. Like, bro, okay, bro. Like, whoa, so he couldn't do nothing right there. Then he blows his knee out, goes to Brooklyn. You're mad he didn't go to the Knicks because he went to the Knicks. This clip doesn't exist. But because he went to Brooklyn, and just last year, you're sucking his dick talking about it. If you weren't a shoe foot long, like, I'm not gonna lie, this shit is goofy, bro. This shit is dead goofy, bro. That's a nasty drag. I understand for the comment section that no matter what me or Benjamin say, we're wrong. I understand that what Stephen A is saying technically doesn't have some validity to it. But if you are too ignorant to view that from the other perspective, you're ignorant. Like, beyond ignorant.
The one thing I'll say about this, and maybe this is a Mandela effect type thing, I swear to God he said this take before. So this wasn't just on the spot, this sounds right. Let me just say it. I feel like he said this before, and quote me wrong if I'm wrong, comment section, but I swear to God, we reacted to his last previous take on this specific channel. The weird thing I find about this is literally no one is making this narrative. Not a single person is making this narrative but Stephen A. Malika wasn't even thinking about that. I forgot other queen on the right, but she wasn't even thinking about that. Stephen A, this is a narrative you are making up. No one would say this if you didn't say this. Like, this wasn't even a thought most people had, most rational people had, and you're just spewing it out there. So for Kevin Durant and his mom to go on Twitter and defend himself, even, you know, just literally one-word responses, I don't blame him. It's extremely weird. Stephen A, you know your influence. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people watch First Take. A lot of casuals watch First Take specifically for narrative-based conversations. So for you to go on a platform like this, I know this isn't First Take, but for you to go on ESPN, a national TV platform, and say this take, you're making the narrative. You're making the narrative. So stop making it seem like, this is what people are going to say. One, no one is saying this. But aside from that, the story doesn't end there. I believe Stephen A. Smith made like an apology video. So we'll watch that. Kevin Durant also replied to that tweet as well.
What is at stake for the Brooklyn Nets right now?
Well, listen, as far as I'm concerned, number one, you're going to lose Harden. I don't think there's any question about that. You don't win the championship, you're going to lose Harden. That's number one. Number two, we don't know what's going to happen with the Kyrie situation because we don't know how frustrated people are going to be. Kyrie Irving is absolutely spectacular. He's box office, but in the same breath, hey, what are you going to do if he can't play consistently? Because we don't know where the mandate's going to go or anything like that. Kevin Durant's got some decisions to make. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I want to be very, very careful about what I'm saying. Because, you know, Mama Durant might be watching, and I just want to make sure that I'm very, very clear with what I'm saying. KD, obviously, I said the other day on First Take how, you know something? If you lose, especially if Steph Curry wins and you lose,
okay,
you're going to be known more for departing and electing to leave Steph Curry to join Kyrie Irving than you might be recognized for the 2 championships and the 2 NBA Finals MVP.
That's not true.
We all love basketball, and we know how phenomenal KD is. I think he's the best in the world when healthy. That's just my personal opinion. That's how much respect I have for him.
I love how he keeps using that as like, yo, I'm not hating, guys. I think he's the best in the world. Man, stop it.
Yeah, you trying to have KD too, whatever saying is. I probably fucked it up. I just want to say, bro, for anybody that's about to say I'm a hypocrite, and it's fucked up but true, I do believe if Steph win, KD Pat gonna smack a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, just a little bit, but not for the reasons he's given. Not for the you chose Kyrie over Steph reasons. That's stupid. But in the reality of, damn, you really can't win without this motherfucker. That was tough. Like that, yes, that is going to happen. 100%, 1,000,000%. But you chose the wrong point guard. That's not gonna happen at all, bro.
I think the KD pack that's gonna be in the air isn't even gonna be that. It's the fact that Curry actually won without KD, bro.
Yeah.
Like post 2015, it's not gonna be about yo KD, you made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's gonna be that.
But I've been in the media for a little while. Mike Wilbon's been in the media for a little while. And there are going to be people. All I'm saying is there's going to be people, especially if Golden State wins and Brooklyn doesn't win. With all of this stuff that went on this year, that is going to look at his choice to join with Kyrie Irving and depart from Steph Curry as opposed to staying with Steph Curry.
Your people, bro. Your people. I swear to God, there's definitely people that watched that clip and commented, yo, is he wrong, though? Is he wrong?
I'm sorry, bro. It's like that's I'm gonna let be so shine there, but yeah, bro, it's you. like it's you. You're the motherfucker that's gonna go on television and do it. You. I vein somebody because this shit is making me mad. I ain't been mad at a video in a minute. I'm getting mad because it's like, stop saying this, bro. Like, please stop, bro.
That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying it's fair. I'm not saying it's right. When KD tweeted and said it was egregious for me to say that on NBA Today with Malika and Shanae is when I said it. I'm saying I tweeted back. You're absolutely right. It is egregious. It's unfair. It ain't right. You deserve better. But since when has that had anything to do with headlines on the back pages? Both of you, I mean, you've written columns for years for the Washington Post. You've been a professional athlete and an elite college athlete as well. You know there's plenty of things that are unfair that end up being the narrative, particularly on the back pages. That's all I was saying.
But if you are the one that writes the narrative, then he has the right to get mad at you.
Yep.
Like, it'd be one thing if you're echoing what is being said, or it's another thing if you're pointing out something that is being said and you're saying that's messed up. But you are literally the first person, and I don't have clout, guys, but I got a little attention, and the attention I get, well, most of it's negative. People don't like me. Is a lot of fandoms, and the KD fandoms, Kyrie fans. I've never heard Curry fans even. You know how they get down. Never once heard the KD left Curry take. You're writing this take right now. You're writing it. Anybody in the comment section that's going to defend you? Because they're defending you. You wrote this take. First time I ever heard in my life. So I'd be mad too. I would literally be mad too.
So after the apology clip, I guess, that wasn't an apology.
That was not an apology.
Yeah, that was not an apology at all. After that clip went up, Kevin Durant quote retweeted that and said this: Steve, since you, him calling him Steve is mad funny for so. Steve, since you decided to use ESPN to push your personal agendas, correct, I'm sure your minions will run with this story for you. But if you believe this is what my career is defined by, then you're just a flat out hater. It's going to be hard to box the God in. He's right, bro.
Did he just refer to himself as God? Oh my God.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Oh my God, I'm losing it.
He's completely right, bro. He's dead ass using ESPN to push his own personal agendas. That's his take. And he's gone on 2 platforms now to reiterate it. I don't even think this original clip was about that. But I wouldn't be surprised if they said, yo, Stephen A., this is the topic. And you see how the tweets are on the screen? He probably told the producers, all right, bro, cue up these tweets real quick. Like, you know what we're doing.
Like, I'm Mr. ESPN. Watch this type shit. There's no shiesty motherfucker I met in the community yet, chat. Comment section. But I know somebody probably is in that joint like, oh, this guy niggas mad? Watch this. Hey, push live real quick. So I know how shit get down. And that's a good 50-50 shot that's what happened. Really, want to say 60-40, but it's a high chance that happened.
Well, that's pretty much it. Stephen A., chill out. You are literally talking about yourself and trying to make it seem like you're not. KD, W. Wanda, W. This next video, W. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Malika, W. I'm interluding that. Shout out other shorty, we're gone.